What's up, bozos? This is good old StarDragonBozo here for the first time with a little Spirit Saga deck list. Kind of quirky little thing. It's kind of just like a pretty standard Star Dragon list. 3 Nova, 3 Andromeda, 4 Horn Grizzly. I'll get back to you in a second. 4 Tomatoes, 4 Seagworms, like peeking around there. 3 Divine Halberd Dragon Arc, 2 Blazing Boar, 4 Rain Needle, 2 Where Stars Are Born, a little quirky, you don't see it in a ton of lists, 4 Volcanic Canyon, definitely getting back to him, 2 Volcanic Break, 2 Bearing Force, I run 3 Andromeda, I don't need 4 of either of these guys, 2 Charge Draw, 4, count them, 4 Ice Shields, ooh, very surprising. 4 Starblast draw, it's Starblast, you run it at 4 of, and 3 Big Bangs. Now, I mean, the reason this deck works is, you know, your opponent swings at you, Absolute Shield for your last life, and then boom, you have Big Bang. Big Bang, you play everything's gone. You Nova, get back up to 5, your opponent cries, they concede, or you beat them over the head for 3 turns. That's how it works. Anyone who's played Star Dragon knows how that works. I run 4 Horn Grizzly just for the confront scare. I mean, because realistically, Nebula, you're never getting Nebula to confront. If Nebula is confronting, you're doing something wrong, or you're in like the weirdest board state known to man. I mean, Nova. Also, if we're talking about pops, whew, that level 2 for Nova, scary, because your opponent can flash on attack after the effect pops, but I mean, shoot, that not much can get around that, especially with Axe Spider being so big right now. If your opponent leaves one on field before it hits level 2, whew, that thing's gone. Yeah, Blazing Boar for recursion because of 4 Volcanic Canyon. I don't see this as a 4 of in a ton of decks, and that's insane to me. The cycling off this card has won me more games than most things in this deck, sans like Big Bang, Absolute Ice Shield. Volcanic Canyon, absolutely nuts, getting an additional draw, just discarding one. I mean, with Blazing Boar, you're not even negging sometimes for it. It's nuts. Where Stars Are Born, it's a 1-drop Nexus with reduction. The when placed is pretty good. Just grabbing a red spirit off the top for how many Star Dragons you go on field, which typically, at least when I place it down, it's usually like between 2 or 4. So I mean, going through your top 4, I run 27 spirits, so statistically, unless I have a really weird game, you're hitting a spirit. Nexuses, I only run 6 because Volcanic Canyon, all I really need, and Where Stars Are Born, pretty good tech. I like it. Well, not really tech, it's an archetype. Let's see, yeah. Rain Needle, 4 Rain Needle standards, free. Divine Halberd Dragon Arc, it's a cool floodgate early game. The one attack is also pretty relevant. I've popped a lot of stuff with that. It's a bit more viable than the absolute atrocity that is the level 2 of Where Stars Are Born. Bad. Volcanic Break, it's a 6k popper. Not a lot of things in this game right now can pop things that are 6k or more. Though it is not nearly as good once Nova pops off. That's why I only run it at 2, and also why I'm not running Lava Fish. Because really, I'm wanting to pop Nova off as quickly as possible. Or typically quickly as possible. Usually, my meta that I'm used to for locals is really aggressive. So I usually pop that off like turn 3 or 4. I play super defensively, play really almost control-like, just like getting my hand size up, getting like my pieces, that being Big Bang and Absolute Ice Shield. Once I have those 2 in hand, plus a Nova and a Seagworm, you're off to the races. I mean, it's nuts. Starblast and Charge Draw just to get you there. Burning Force, it's a better Andromeda that's not a creature. Andromeda is Andromeda. It's a really, really good X-Rare for what it does. The only issue is it is a when summon, so Counter Sword and your opponent Starblast is online, but this deck only runs 5 when summons. So, I mean, 10% of the deck is a one summon, so most of the time, your opponent's Terrasaur or whatever they have in burst is going to be dead, and they're going to have to switch it out for something more viable. Which, making your opponent go -1 for just misplaying is never a bad thing. Horn Grizzly, he's a 5k confronter with reduction 5 cores. It's not horrible. It's a bit more edge case, but it's the cheapest and best confront in my opinion. I don't like Blade Dino, just the fact that a 2k confront is almost more of a hindrance in my opinion, because your opponent not getting the chance to take it means it's probably just going to crash into a Spirit Bigger. But at the same time, I'm more used to a more aggro meta that runs a lot of like high cost stuff. Like the main deck I play against and play test against is white aggro, and a pretty good list of white aggro too. So this deck is a pretty good matchup against that though. I mean, Novaing on field, you're getting so much ahead in cores at that point. It's like popping optimally. It's like popping a Namengard, which is insane for red. Especially considering that with the amount of card draw this deck has, especially for spirits, you're getting your spirits in hand like turn 2 or 3 usually, and you're getting everything else in hand by like 4 or 5. I mean, it's good. Let's see. Imperial Thunder is Imperial Thunder. It's great. Andromedos is a really cool. His wind attack is pretty good. He's also a lot of early game reduction for your Star Dragons. Pretty nice. The wind attack being, reveal the top 3, add a Star Dragon, yada yada. Typically, you're going to hit something. If you don't, then you could be, you're just kind of thinning. You got to see what's on the top, and you know what you're not going to be hitting anytime soon, probably. Which is also a blessing and a curse. I've definitely had times where I've revealed 3 big bangs, and I've wanted to cry. But, it is what it is. Divine Hyper Dragon Arc, yada yada, already discussed that. Charge draw, just more draws, and the flash effect has come up. Same with Big Bang. The fact that you have flash gain 2000. I mean, for Big Bang, unless you have 2 in hand, you never pop that off. For charge draw, if you already have everything, could fake your opponent out. Not a ton of, at least from the competitive stuff I've seen and from my local meta, battle tricks like that don't happen a ton. So a lot of times your opponent isn't expecting it. They're more expecting pops on the flash, but is what it is. I'm not going to explain Absolute Ice Shield. You know it. Have at least 4 of it. It's insane. I hope it gets reprinted the second they start doing reprints, because the price is kind of nuts at the moment. Let's see, anything else I missed? I don't believe so. That's just kind of my philosophy behind everything, and that's my list for Star Dragons. I think this is a pretty good list. This is what I'm taking to Ohio. I'll be playtesting, and I'm not going to show the side deck because it's not ready. It is not ready. For reference here, my monitor currently, this is the digital version of the list. I'll have it linked in the description if any of you guys want to give it a try. Here we got the sideboard. Currently it's Derm. Derm's insane. Core Drain, it's good core. It's good core reduction. Or not core reduction, sorry. Core, I don't actually know what's the term for it, but just like being able to snatch cores off stuff. 2 more Burning Force, 2 more Volcanic Break if you're playing like a really Nexus heavy or like a really high drop matchup where like a lot of my other pops won't work. Volcanic Break's good. Like I said, the game plan of this deck doesn't really like having the Soul Core, so that definitely would be something probably I'm switching out. But Core Drain's great. I'm probably going to add Valkmist, which is when summoned, bounce to hand a level 7 or a cost 7 or lower. So it's most things except for Nova, Namengard. Shoot, I think that's it for 8 drops. If there's any more, let me know. But off the top of my head, those are the 2 I know. Okay, I think that is going to be everything for that. Y'all stay summoning and have a great night.